Every day, more and more road users are filming their journeys, which can often end in disaster. Pioneered by motorists in Russia and Eastern Europe, dashboard-mounted cameras are constantly recording our behavior on the roads. From the bizarre, to the ridiculous, the funny, to the downright dangerous. The thousands and thousands of dashcams around the world have captured just about every mishap you can think of. Now we're going to delve into this treasure trove of stupidity on the roads. Put things right by pointing the finger of blame. Replay the action to see what really happened. And of course, there's nothing like seeing other people's mistakes when it comes to helping us become better drivers. And please remember, on all the clips, yes, that's all the clips we show, no one, and that means no one, is seriously hurt. So drive safely. Not everyone is this lucky. Still to come on the show, more ridiculously outrageous road use from lots of foreign places that, had it happened in Britain, would have resulted in the following contraventions of the Highway Code. Article 194. Allow pedestrians plenty of time to cross and do not harass them by revving your engine or edging forward. Article 282. When passing the scene of an incident or crash, do not be distracted or slow down unnecessarily. This may cause a collision or traffic congestion. The one about the pedals of drink walking. And from my alternative festive album, A Car Crash Christmas, track 9, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I can now confirm it's a load of old twaddle, especially when we're talking about lorries and other large vehicles. No, dear viewer. Just like the big bad wolf, the bigger they are, the more likely you are to end up in a pickle while they get off scot-free for a bit. Life's no fairy tale when you come across the big rigs. As well as hauling booty along the highways in order to meet our often dodgy consumer needs, the lorry also performs another valuable task on the roads, stopping other drivers from undertaking. I wonder what there is to do in Mokba. It must be pretty exciting, as this fella is prepared to take out a big rig in order to speed up his journey. I hope Mokba doesn't disappoint. Turns out Mokba might not live up to the hype. This guy is so keen to leave, he's prepared to take out a big rig in order to make his getaway. What I don't get about this clip is not the crash. They happen every 10 seconds on this crazy show. It's where the hell that truck driver thinks he's going. Road's closed, mate. The clue's in the bollards. Excuse me, my friend. You seem to have a problem with your exhaust. Let me take a closer look. Yes, it's definitely knackered now. Whatever that truck is carrying, the weight's not been evenly distributed. He's off balance and off the road. 10 points for the road signs, not bad, but you'd have got 100 for the granny. Well, this is a treat. A clip from the future, and judging by the lack of illumination to these streets, fossil fuels have finally run out. Oh no, there's still enough diesel to keep this reckless trucker on the road. Is that the back of a truck or a mobile IMAX screen? It's massive. 2 adults for Star Wars, please. We've got 3D glasses already. Hey, don't scrape our screen, mate. We want to see the trailers. I'm not one to shirk responsibility. I don't pass the buck. I stand up and let myself be held accountable. Why? Because I'm British. That's why. Raised on tea, venison, a firm hand, and some good manners. There are some drivers who aren't made of such stern stuff. They prefer to look the other way when the finger of blame comes a-calling, and we can't have that. So for your viewing pleasure and my catharsis, I give you the Blame Game. Welcome one and all to your Blame Game, and it's a festive clip to kick us off. What a treat. However, there is nothing festive about the imminent collision up ahead. But who's going to be finding themselves on the naughty list this year? Tough one, this. If we wind back a bit, that amber light has been flashing for a while. Could be the lights are jiggered, but give the car coming towards us the benefit of the doubt. That flashing light means it's his right of way, so blame to the black car. Moving on, and this looks like a little slice of Americana to me. You can almost smell the apple pie and moonshine. Speaking of moonshine, I think this fella's been at it, because if we wind back a smidge, there's a clear green light, which begs the question, why are you turning in front of us? Blame for you, cowboy. Hang on a minute. Listen, everyone, just a word of warning. We're actually in one of those foreign places where they drive on the right-hand side of the road, which means all the road rules are a bit backwards. At a normal roundabout, you give way to traffic coming to you from the left, which means blame to you, my friend. And don't say I didn't warn you. And to finish us off, well, this chap's certainly in a hurry. He doesn't even have time to allow these pedestrians to cross. Have a heart, man. It's raining. He's about to get his comeuppance, but does he deserve it? Well, if we wind back a bit, you'll notice that the traffic light was very red when he sped through it. So, blame! The only thing redder than that light is, in fact, your embarrassed face, sir. And that, my friends, was your blame game. Life is full of those close encounters, some of a romantic nature, some of an intergalactic form, and others of a vehicular variety. It is said that the humble house cat has 9 lives to churn through. Alas, my friends, the human only has 1, and it shouldn't be taken for granted. So thank your lucky stars for being able to tell friends about the near miss. Right, I'm playing this one straight because it's disgraceful. It's bad enough that this vehicle failed to stop for the young girl trying to cross legally on a pedestrian crossing, but to aim for her as well is frankly appalling. Put his number on the internet and let the trolls hunt him down. This driver, however, we let off, as on this road there is no pedestrian crossing and the driver uses his brakes perfectly to allow the youngster to cross. However, I would very much like to give a piece of my mind to his parents. Overtaking is just too easy these days. Mirror, signal, overtake, return. If only there was a way to liven things up a bit, like overtaking cars about to turn at a junction with 2 lanes of traffic coming the other way. This guy is living on the edge, but near misses don't have to be high speed to raise your heart rate. Bored of physio? Think £25 an hour's too much? Sort out your thigh problems by crossing the road and getting a passing car to lightly twinge them for you instead. No pain, no gain, friends. It's that age-old conundrum. Do you put your foot down and exit the slip road in front of the lorry, or decelerate and tuck in behind? Well, I do hope this little clip has served to educate you on the best practice going forward. You're welcome. Peekaboo is a great game to play at home with the kids, but please don't take it out onto the roads and grow up, for God's sake. Roundabouts aren't just fantastic for circling around to change direction. They're also a great spot to meet an old friend for some social time and a good natter. When I'm not delivering note-perfect road safety advice, voicing high-end hemorrhoid cream commercials, or attempting to run all 26 miles of the London Marathon in the nude, I occasionally like to take in some ballroom dancing. That's right, I'm quite twinkle-toed, and I find the moves in the ballroom eerily similar to the merry dance of vehicles on the road. So put those things together in a desperately tasteless bit of script writing, and what do you have? Yes, it's strictly car crashing. Snow in the studio for a rumba. A sensual dance of love that relies on some smooth and steady hip action. A shimmy to the left, then to the right. Very tidy. I must say those are some steady hips. Good start, 8.
They say when you jive, you need to attack the dance floor. He went too far though, as he drifts out of bounds. But wait, he's pulled off a last-minute 360 to try and make up for it, a solid 7.
What the hell is this, darling? Are you going to do anything? My notes suggest this is supposed to be a samba, but where's the footwork? Where's the hip action? You're giving me nothing. And don't think you can redeem yourself by pulling off a couple of spins. The damage is already done. That was positively ghastly, too. This is a lightning quick step, and he's attacking the dance floor with everything he's got. And now he's preparing himself for the big finish. What a shimmy. And there goes the smoke machine to give a bit of atmosphere, lovely touch. And as the smoke clears, oh, the shimmy sent him off balance, and sadly he's into the crowd. A brave attempt, I'm afraid, a heavy penalty due just for.
The foxtrot now, and here they come, the side step, the crossover to the left, and the lovely 480 to finish. It was almost too quick to take it all in. Let's see it again. Lovely footwork, and that is an ambitious finish, 9!
Our next dance is a waltz, and we're looking for a series of perfectly timed, intricate spins around the dance floor. Here comes the partner now to oblige. 1, 2, 3 masterful spins. What a performance. But breaking your coupling during a waltz is a serious breach of the rules. Sad to say it, but it's only 4. And we finish with a waltz, darling. And so far, this isn't terrible. In fact, it's really rather good. Needs something to spice it up a bit. And there we have it, darling. That was fabulous. I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but 10. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and join us again on the dance floor soon for more Strictly Car Crashing. Time now for one of my favorite segments, where the hidden gems of the Car Crash TV archive rear their strange little heads for all to marvel at. They make no sense, they have no rhyme or reason, and frankly, I'm sure our new intern made half of these up in post-production. Let's wave hello to the weird and wonderful. Looks like a pleasant drive through a lovely little residential area, doesn't it? But uh-oh, larder alert! And as well as a fellow motorist, the larder's powers extend to the animal kingdom, causing the local wildlife to become disorientated and confused. Is anybody safe from this metal menace? Compared to NASA, the European space program is on a tight budget, and French scientists replaced rocket launches with the Citroën 2CV driving off a ramp. The first mission goes tomorrow, so everyone's on edge. This budget Abbey Road album cover reconstruction society has 4 members, and whatever anyone else does to try to muscle in, they're not in the band. One of the best ways to turn left at a junction is to swing elegantly around to the right and swerve behind all the other traffic. Beautifully done. There are many ways to protest about someone overtaking you, but I'm not sure flinging your front wheel is the best of them. Maybe next time just beep at them, or just swear. It's cheaper. Driving one of those elderly pensioner care buses can be a difficult job, making sure they're all healthy, stopping old men from trying to jump out at the nearest lap dancing club whilst you're moving, the usual. There's a town in Sweden where anyone wearing fancy dress gets free bicycle hire. It's a really interesting environmental innovation, which should probably win some kind of totally boring award. This driver's got himself in a right pickle. Together, let's find out how. Mistake 1, trying to undertake. Mistake 2, seeing the bus parked up and swerving to mount the curb. Mistake 3, realizing the pavement is used by pedestrians, so swerving back. Mistake 4, doing all this at speed. Mistake 5, being born. Hang on. Actually, ignore all of that. It's just another larder alert. Coming up later on Car Crash TV, we'll be celebrating the 360 in spinning around, and hopefully celebrating some misses in hit or miss. But first, heavy bit of traffic this. Must be rush hour in this fair city. And ooh, there's a larder alert. So anything could happen next. But what will it be? It'll knock you sideways. Welcome back to Car Crash TV. So what did happen next? Well, there's a larder alert in place, so I think we all know what's coming. But no, the larder wasn't even involved. It was just a rogue trucker who was late for his badminton event. Phew. Question: what has 2 arms, 2 legs, a stomach of iron, and an almost supernatural ability to walk away from what should have been a very nasty accident? The pedestrians in these next clips, apparently. Seriously, some of them are utter legends, the rest complete morons. But every one of them seems to be luckier than a lottery-winning rabbit's foot. Whatever they've got, we all need a bit of it. So pay attention to the pesky pedestrians. Hang on, what's this joker up to? Striding out into the middle of the road. Oh, I see. He wants me to stop so he can get out his big rig.
Listen, team, we're not gonna win any more BAFTAs with smutty lines like that.
We're not going to win any BAFTAs with lines like that. Anyway, I can't help thinking that getting out a rig that big should have been a 2-man job. Okay, people, please pray silence for the coolest cat in town. Look at that, didn't even flinch. I'll have some of what he's smoking, please. I spy with my little eye absolutely nothing in these poorly lit streets. And yet, if you slow the clip down, switch to night vision and zoom it in, you can clearly see that pedestrian being knocked over on the zebra crossing.
I still can't see it. Stick an arrow on him.
Strange thing about pedestrians is that they sometimes actually use pedestrian crossings. How dare they, right?
They force perfectly innocent cars speeding along at double the limit to screech to a halt and smash into each other. I mean, how selfish can you get?
What I never understood is why drunk blokes always try and walk home with their hands in their pockets. It's like they're asking for trouble. This bloke literally came within an inch of losing his life under the wheels of that bus. Next time, use your hands for balance, not picking up cocktails.
You're lucky to be alive, you know.
No, it's fine. You don't have to thank me. Look, I'll admit, a dual carriageway isn't the best place for a pedestrian crossing. However, I fully commend the chap in the white car for observing its presence and slowing down to let the pedestrians cross, even if that huge juggernaut doesn't share my sentiment. And the polite thing to do now would be check that nice, kind driver in the white car is okay. But you're not going to, are you? You've got some rambling to do. No, don't let me stop you. This pedestrian's got some talent. He safely negotiated a tram, a van, and a BMW to get to this point. Alas, avoiding a truck as well is a step too far. Know your limits, my friend. It's only Ipswich versus Middlesbrough on the pub screen. No need to hurry. The nighttime trip to the convenience store is fraught with danger. Maybe a drive-by shooting, a stick-up, or maybe a collision which sends a car bombing out of control onto the pavement. And do you ever wonder on Car Crash TV why someone was filming that? Not all of us know how our lives are going to turn out. I was expecting to be taking the lead role in a global hit TV show. And yes, that has come to pass. But for the rest of you, life can be unpredictable, and never more so than in a car crash. Yes, there really are only two ways an imminent accident can resolve. With a, you've guessed it, people, hit or a miss. And we're kicking off proceedings today with a real nerve shredder. Yes, you aren't mistaken. That is an articulated lorry, and yes, that idiot is trying to overtake it while the car we're on board hurtles innocently towards them. But will we hit the big boy? The little idiot overtaker? Swerve and hit the central reservation, likely at this speed? Or miss? Run the fun. A miss, thankfully. The other options were all too horrible to even consider, surely. A couple of pretty major cracks on the windshield, so our friend has previous. And judging by the way he's hurtling towards that parked vehicle, he's smashed his glasses too. So, will he hit the back of the van? Swerve dramatically and hit the car on the other side of the road? Or swerve less dramatically and miss? And it's a hit. Look where you're driving, people. There's a reason it's no texting. I have a note here from our exceptional research team saying I'm going to love this one. Well, it's not exactly high octane, is it? All rather sedate, really. But go on, I'll play along. Will the car we're on board hit the black car? Or will he slam on the brakes and miss? It's a miss.
Right, who picked that one? We need hardcore global car action on this show. Not some old granny video from suburban Cairo. Go and work on Country File.
And finally, 4 skyscrapers exactly the same. It's not the Cotswolds, is it? Anyway, to the matter in hand, and wow, I'll give you the options. Is our beige Burke going to hit the white car, swerve drastically and hit that sign, or miss completely? And it's a hit, obviously. Nice how the car has the same color as the buildings, though. That's all for this edition, folks. Join us again soon for more Hit or Miss. Motion sickness is a very real thing. My wife got seasick on a recent atmospheric Titanic-themed cruise across the North Atlantic in winter. 3 days she spent in the cabin, and I only got her out by telling her we'd hit an iceberg. Still, I did get to help out 2 very nice sailors in the late-night laundry room. In our different ways, we were both spinning around. To spin your car, make sure conditions are optimum. And this heavy blanket of snow is competition standard. but on a clear, dry and sunny day, you won't get a 180 without serious assistance. Nicely done. What's another word for spin? Tell you what, mate, you've got your phone to hand. Just pop that question in your search engine for me. Whirl, twirl, spiral, gyrate. Let's go with gyrate. Look at that car gyrate. Thanks, popular search engine. Some drivers have yet to master the art of the 180, but in this town, if you take yourself off to the industrial estate after hours, there's a kind soul who'll be happy to give you a helping hand. If you're going to do a near miss, why not really go for it? High speed on a slippery road in bad visibility. A life-threatening moment where you almost hit a huge lorry, all cushioned by a big bank of snow. First-class driving. Some people can drum up spectacular skid marks all on their own. Whatever that guy had for dinner last night, we can all see the damage. If you have a dash cam and you capture an accident on it, remember, it's important to continue on your course. Definitely don't slow down to share the vital evidence with your fellow drivers. Exclusive footage now of the latest invention from our friends in North Korea, the camouflage car. Effective, isn't it? No, I couldn't spot it either. There's a rival camouflage car in production in Latvia, hoping to capture the European market. It's rubbish, though. And as for the Americans' effort, absolutely faultless. Though if this little run of clips has taught me anything, it's that the camouflage car is a very pointless invention. They should have built a robot that puts the bumpers back on cars when some idiot has sent them flying across the highway. Oh, lovely buildings. But remember, folks, if you do find yourself spinning out of control, there are two simple ways to get back in charge. Either turn into the skid or drive into a lamppost.